What the hell? Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Slightly Entertaining.
Woo.
Woo! Today we are going to be talking about what the hell is happening on planet Earth this past month. I've got news for you. I've got drama. I've got stories. We're also going to be doing I was going to say a fan favorite. It's more like our favorite, one of our favorites. Real best fake headlines.
Yes.
A segment that we like doing. But before all that, I will do the national today.
Yes.
It is Backyard Safety Check Day.
Oh.
How safe do you think your backyard is?
I mean, considering it was built in like 1950, probably not that safe. But
Also, you've got a pool, that's a hazard. A
That's
trampoline,
true.
that's a hazard.
No, we don't have a trampoline anymore.
You got rid of the trampoline?
Yeah.
No!
We had to section it up into pieces and dispose of it.
That's so sad. Why am I finding out about this news?
I feel
on
like
the
I already
pod?
told you this.
No, I don't think so. Or
Oh,
I
well.
ignored you. It is also National Day of Joy.
Oh.
do you feel-
So why am I here with you then? If I'm
Because
trying to feel joy.
I am the joy in your
I think
life.
it's actually the opposite. You suck
I
the joy
bring-
out of
I
me.
bring...
Oh my goodness! Why did you do that?
I don't know, guys.
Oh my
because
goodness,
The
what
world,
the helly?
Because the world
What
has
the
come to
helly?
an end. The world has come to an end. I can do whatever I want
What
now.
the helly?
And it's also National Catfish Day.
Oh, so that's again why you're here, because you catfished me.
No, it's actually the
Bees.
catfish, the animal, not catfishing.
Oh.
Yeah, you know the little.
It's actually quite crazy. Like, why do you have catfish? How does that work?
I think because do they not look like cats?
I guess, but like, I don't know. It feels like it should not exist. It's like a
What are
platypus.
words like that? Catfish?
What?
Sheepdog? Like
What?
words where it's like, you know, animals. where
Oh,
it's like
two animals
in it.
together. Like,
So it's like sheepdog,
yeah,
catfish,
catfish.
butterfly. No, butterfly. no.
Oh yes, my favorite animal, the butter.
Butter.
What else?
Lizard bird.
Guinea fowl.
Guinea pig. Oh no.
It's the same thing. Guinea's a place, not an animal.
Okay, wait, guys.
Moving on.
Moving on.
What's going on in the world, Keisha?
What's going on in the
Enlighten
world?
me.
Okay, we'll start off with I think something that everyone's talking about these days: the incoming World War III that's headed our way.
Yeah.
But
I feel like this happens every year though. We get a World War III is coming.
yeah, but this one's like actually like stuff
Scary,
is happening.
yeah.
You know, it's kind of scary. And among this serious scariness,
Yeah.
you've got Gen Z being the absolute unserious generation that we are. And I've got a couple of comments that I've seen in like videos and stuff that I thought were just they're just hilarious. That people are some comments are like, guys, we have to be serious, and then you scroll a few down and there's like 2 or 3 random ones. So I've got my favorite, but there's quite a couple.
Okay.
To
Okay.
get
Read them
through.
out. Read
Okay,
them out.
ready? So first one, which I feel like everyone sees it. First war, kind of nervous.
Mm.
You know, not sure what to do. First war, what's the dress code?
Mm.
Camouflage maybe.
What would you wear if you were going into war? What would your outfit be?
Cargo pants.
Mm. I feel like we'd all just turn into Kim Possible.
Yeah, literally.
Like that. I feel like that's
That
the war
aesthetic,
uniform.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dye our hair orange and
Yeah,
everything.
of course, of course.
What if we all dress as Kim Possible so they can't tell who's who?
I feel like there might be some other determining factors between us, Keisha.
Oh, but if you change that as well. Okay, anyway, next one's why can't world leaders just 1v1? That's
Exactly.
so real. If they're the ones that have the issues, why can't they just battle it out?
Exactly. I reckon influencer boxing, but you bring it to politics,
Yes.
and that's a world winning.
I saw one that was like they should just box.
Exactly.
Another similar one, why can't world leaders just rap battle?
Exactly.
I wanted to glow up, not a blow up.
Mm.
What's yours playlist? That's a
Mm.
good one. What's your go-to song?
Starships.
Yeah, I keep seeing that, and also
Yeah.
the Kesha blow. This place about to blow. I was obsessed with that song in year 6, by the way.
It's a good song.
I remember they played it at our like school dance thingy, and I learned all the words. 'Cause you know how we had like 2 practice sessions. And
Yeah.
the lady played the song in both of them, and I thought, oh my god, it's gonna come up when we actually do.
So you thought,
dance,
is this the
let
one?
me
Is this
learn
the
all
one
the
where
lyrics.
we joined with the guys' school?
Yeah.
So you thought, let me learn all the lyrics so that I can get myself a baddie tonight.
Oh no, not to impress anyone. I just liked the
Sure.
song and I wanted to know the
Sure.
lyrics. So I learned all the lyrics, and she didn't even play the song.
Oh.
It was actually devastating.
And this is the type.
And now everybody's jumping on the song like they knew it. No, I was an OG. Okay. Anyway,
Sure.
moving on. Just buy a private server. Settle it out on a
Please.
private server. What you're wearing for the premiere? I feel like the premiere's already started. I can't
Yeah.
lie. I have Roblox. I'll skip this stage.
I've seen that one.
The samurai turned pretty. No, the samurai turned to ashes. Yeah.
Have you seen, what is it? This might be coming up, but it's like not last summer, but last summer.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Or like brat summer. What is it? Blow.
I've got the Barbie summer. Then we had brat summer. Now bomb blow summer.
Yeah.
High UV rating though, guys. Like
Oh my
someone
goodness. Do you get UV from bombs?
You get something from them. You get some sort of radiation.
Radiation
Probably
poisoning.
worse than UV.
True.
But you know what?
Maybe
Does the job.
Maybe it is brat summer because it will be glowing green.
Oh my god, probably. I hope both sides just learn and have fun. That's real, you know? Is this gonna affect my Wi-Fi?
Oh my
And
goodness.
I saw another similar one that was like, if we have Wi-Fi, guys, I think we'll be alright.
Please, can you imagine, like, would people actually post TikToks from war?
Well, only if there's Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, of course.
Only if there's a good stable mobile connection. But I feel like, yes, we've literally seen in like crises people have been like, guys, guess what's happening now?
Yeah. Like, how insane would
Survival
actually be?
instincts have just not, they've just gone now. Another similar one. Will this delay my Temu?
I've seen those.
Wait, guys, do I have to bring anything? I'm on snacks. What, y'all?
Yeah.
What's your go-to snack for war?
War snack.
Beef jerky.
Beef
I feel like it'll
jerky.
last and it's like sustaining in a way.
Yeah, protein.
Yeah, protein from beef jerky. I said the Barbie summer one. Can we respawn? Where's
Oh
the
my
spawn
gosh.
point
Yes.
location, guys?
Is that your spawn point?
Ticket price question mark.
Oh my gosh.
And another similar one that was like following that, the venue question mark. And last but definitely not least, we are not playing GTA 6.
Right?
We're never gonna
Right?
get to GTA 6 at this rate.
Never.
Like a world war before GTA 6. Like, my god.
That's crazy.
Or what if the release of GTA 6 brings world peace?
Right? Yeah, like if we're in the middle of World War, GTA 6 is the only thing that can
I
stop
have
it.
a proposition, world leaders. Whoever is making GTA 6 right now, wherever you are based, bring this forward. It will unite the world.
Exactly.
There will be no conflict.
Like, I can totally picture Donald Trump just sitting down and heading into the GTA casino.
Yes, he's on it. Anyway, those are some of my favorite comments
I like
from World
them.
War 3.
I think it's weird to see people making jokes that aren't involved in the war, though.
I know. It's like, that's why they're making the jokes. When they
Yeah.
get involved, no one.
Yeah, like they'll realize, don't maybe joke about it. I keep seeing though, like the places, if it was a nuclear war, that would be safe.
Oh yeah.
Only places Australia and New Zealand.
I keep seeing that too. Yeah, like Australia.
So everyone from around the world,
come into actually no.
No. tough luck. Sucks to be you. Yeah, don't come into
guys.
our
You
little
should've
safe space.
come earlier.
But also just because like we can self-sustain. I think we've got like crops and stuff like
Well,
that.
no. Did you hear about the oil? Iran shut down the little like whatever waterway that they transport the oil, because we get our oil from there. They've shut it down, so everyone's like pumped. Like my mum pumped fuel yesterday, so that we wouldn't have to pay.
fuel's increasing. Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
saw
like
that.
skyrocket up. So no, we can't self-sustain.
Renewable energy. This is the perfect time to go carbon neutral in the middle of a world
This is why
war.
you have an electric car, guys. Some of us will survive through this.
I can walk.
Actually, those who have that random Cybertruck, this is your time.
Exactly.
This is what you were like. This is what it was.
Can you
made for.
imagine, like, instead of tanks and stuff, just a fleet of
Yes,
Cybertrucks going into the war?
And you like, like, I think it's like the trunk or whatever. It like rolls up. People can
Yeah,
like, hide
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
like,
And
a
then
little base.
and then they roll up on you, just shooting into the
Like,
sky.
tuk, 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 tuk.
And then you've got the surround
a
sound,
little
like,
peephole where you put like the scope and you look around.
and you've got like the subwoofer speakers like blasting.
Blasting. Fetty Wap.
I can picture it now. It's gonna be perfect.
Oh, not any better. No, but yeah, like where some of the safe, and there was like a map of like where the bombs in Iran can reach or something
Yeah.
like that, and it was just like the east side of Australia was
Yeah.
safe. So
Yes.
yeah,
And see, that's where when my parents decided why to live in Australia.
yeah,
That's why they were. That's
they
what they're thinking.
foresaw this.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of foreseeing, is a foreshadowing to what's coming up in this episode.
Oh, what? Bombing.
No,
What?
as in the idea of foreseeing something
Oh,
is going to come up later in this episode.
Okay.
In another segment, so stay tuned for that. Okay, for our next sort of segment, I thought, because we're just talking about what's been happening.
What?
I need to. I was supposed to update Carmen on some drama anyway, so I thought, why not just do
You
it
guys
for
can be
all of you
updated too.
I mean, like, maybe some of you already know this drama, but I'm informing Carmen.
And maybe some of you don't care.
Yeah, but
Some of us are being forced to listen, so...
Excuse me, you wanted to know. Don't lie. You said you wanted to know. The first thing was on the Outer Banks cast drama, because this one only just watched Outer Banks.
Basically, right? First season, I liked it, right? Got through it in maybe a week. Second
I
season...
haven't heard your opinions on it.
Yeah,
Tell me about
okay.
it. This is not quite recent, but it's recent for her, guys, so let's just... Don't judge.
Let me preface this with I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or offend anyone, but I really didn't like season 3 and 4. Like, they're so long.
Don't worry, you're not offending anyone.
Okay, good. Because
Especially season 4.
Season 1, I really liked. I thought it was good. I think season 2 was okay. I still could get through it. That took me a couple of weeks. Season 3 took me 6 months to get through.
I think...
And by the end, I was watching it at 1.5 times speed. It was so long.
I think it's because you watched it all in one go. You probably got sick of it at that point. Whereas, like, for the people that watch it, we waited, like, a year or so. So when season 3 came out, watched it all in one go.
True.
Season 4 came out, I watched it in one night. Or, like, the 2 nights where that last episode came out or whatever. So, like, maybe because you watched it all in one go, you sort of got sick of seeing
I gave myself the
people.
ick, the Outer Banks ick.
Yeah, I think when you watch a series like that, it has to be, like, space it out. Otherwise, you get sick
But
of
even
the
then,
same
it was, like... 3 months, I couldn't bring myself to I was just like, I can't be bothered. It's so,
I like season 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, and then,
I like season 3 for like peak Giara content, and then it all went downhill.
Giara, spoiler alert, I hate, my like pet peeve is when shows kill off a character for no reason. And I know there's like cast drama and all that kind of stuff that goes on behind it, but like...
Which is what I'm going to update her on, why this all happened.
There were probably so many other opportunities where he could have died and you'd be like, okay, like that makes sense. But to have all that success and then he just gets stabbed by his father, like it doesn't make...
It's not even like I feel like this wasn't... It's because of the drama that it happened.
Yeah.
So you can't even blame the writers. Like, it's
no.
not their fault.
Like they had to do it, but like they could have done it in a better way. But it's just like...
Or just like suck it up and do your job. Which is
right.
I'll tell you
or even he's alive, but he's, overseas. Or maybe his dad takes him with the crown and they never see him again. I don't know. Like, just something...
I don't know, but I cried when JJ died. He was my favorite character. I was bawling my eyes out. Even though I knew it would happen, I was bawling my eyes out.
I would have cried, but I knew it was coming. And I was like, oh.
Anyway, so let me tell you the drama, right? So basically...
Spill it.
So...
Spill the tea.
Basically from season 1 and 2, I don't know if you know this, season 1 and 2, by the way, you know how Kiara's literally with like every single possible guy that she could possibly be with, like John B and then Pope and then finally JJ. The only reason she was with JJ is because the fans basically forced the writers to. So after season 1 and 2, I literally have my messages from when I was like messaging my friends about when we were watching it. I was like, before any of like Kiara was with anyone, like season 1, I was like, oh, I ship her with JJ. Everyone thought that as well, but then they make it with Pope in the end, and then everyone was like, no, we want it with... So the writers changed the script to make it that in season 3.
Is it based off of books?
I don't think so.
I've seen books.
I don't know.
Outer Banks books, and they're like, he doesn't die in the books or something. I don't know if that's real or not.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not too sure. But, so that was like, the storyline was that they make JJ with Kiara, because all the fans were wanting it, right?
Yeah.
And then, say about, I think it was like, I'm going to say, like, up to season 2, what happened was, like, the cast were, like, so close to each other. So, the guy who plays John B and Maddie Klein who plays Sarah, they were together in a relationship.
Yeah,
right?
I think I knew that.
And then, like, season 2 or 3 or whatever, they, like, broke up. But they still were playing love interest in the thing, right? Doing your job as actors, right? Then, they were actually dating, and then they broke up, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing was, I think, like, midway through season 3, but after season 2, everyone was shipping, like, JJ and Kiara.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they were obviously, as you do with every show, they were shipping the actors as well. So like Rudy and Madison or whatever, and they were like, oh my god, because they were best friends. Like they were like so many clips of them like being cute together, but they were best friends, right? Like But I actually feel like there was something. I can't lie. I feel like there was something going on between them. But he has a girlfriend
who works on Outer Banks.
I think she did later, but I don't know. If she,
I heard that she was like a casting or something, a producer or something.
But she, no, but and the whole thing was like everyone was shipping them, and then because he had a girlfriend, and then later like Madison also got a girlfriend, So like they were both in relationships, and then it was like basically like in the middle of season 3. So when there is Giara content as well, they had to film that, and like at that point they were okay, you know, they did all their things, but everyone was being so pissed, and there was like people were making, I don't know, rumors about like them cheating and like Rudy's girlfriend cheating or whatever, and it was just so messy. They had to do whole like not apologies, but like statements on Instagram being like,
really?
You guys need to stop this, like it's affecting our relationship, like we've had chats, I'm fine with this person, where there's nothing going on, no one's angry, because apparently people were making up rumors, who knows if it's true or not, that like Rudy's girlfriend was mad at Madison because they were like close or whatever, and also people were shipping them, so, and there was this whole drama, and everyone's also hating on her then as well.
Oh no.
And so I don't know, it was just so bad, like because fans can be so like bad, right? So imagine like hundreds and thousands of people doing that. Anyway, and so and then it was, this is the part that hurts the most, because of the fans and all they did, they literally like lost their friendship, which is why in season 4 it was so bad, their acting, like they can't be in a room together. There was like behind the scenes like footage where literally they'd done a scene, they go separate ways, they can't, they were best friends, and then they just like don't talk to each other anymore. And in the cast interviews that they do, people used to, you know, be like, oh my god, they looked at each other. Now they were like sitting opposite sides, they won't look at each other, they won't say anything.
Wow.
It was so sad.
Was there drama between Madeline Klein and Rudy?
Yeah, so that's coming up, right?
Yeah.
So people they were still like saying that, and then come season 4 they have to film it, and you know they don't, literally in some of the scenes that, you know, I don't know if you remember, there was one scene where they were just on like the beach sitting together. They had a stunt double play Madison so that he didn't have to or like just do this to her. You're actors, like that's what I'm saying, like those two, like John B and Sarah, they were in a relationship and they broke up, and they're still in a relationship in the thing because they're professional actors, and these people can't even do that. And then people were mad at that, but it's also like it's the fans' fault for doing, but also do your job. And so people were mad at Rudy then because he's like, I'll do this. So I think there's something went in there, and that's why she like unfollowed him on like for whatever. And so he wanted out probably from all this, I don't know, and that's why they killed him off.
I mean that's kind of fair enough, I guess, if it was getting really bad, but it
like
sucks for the show.
Your job. You're an actor.
Next season's the last season.
Yeah.
Season
and he's
5.
not even going to be there, so.
Like he could, maybe he didn't know, but he could have stuck it out for one season. Surely.
Well, clearly not. Like they can't film together. Like, are you joking? It's your job. Like, it's your job. You literally paid millions to do that.
Hey, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
So that's that drama.
I don't know.
That's that drama. That's why they killed him off.
Whoosh. What's the other drama?
Anyway, that's Love Island.
Okay, I think I kind of know what's going. Well, sort of.
Because I keep seeing the TikToks about
I'm a mommy.
I'm
a mommy. Mamacita.
Mamacita. No, a mommy. Of what? Dogs? Or whatever you said.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Actually, that guy's so funny, and some other guy. I've been getting these TikToks about I've never watched Love Island in my entire life.
Neither.
I keep getting TikTok that and ASMR fidget toys, which I like. And then let me tell you all this drama, right? So basically, this season of Love Island, right? There's this girl called Huda, who I think was like one of the new bombshells that arrived like later.
Have you seen people going, I thought this was Huda Beauty?
Yes, I thought it was that too. They said, oh, the Huda drama. I was like, oh, like Huda Beauty. And then it was like, oh, it's a person. I was like, oh, what is this? And then that's when I kept getting the reels.
Yeah.
Or TikToks or whatever. And then, so she came to think, and basically from day one, she was with this guy called Jeremiah. This is based on my knowledge of like the TikTok. Okay, I might not be completely accurate. From day one, she was with this guy called Jeremiah, right?
Yeah.
And I think in Love Island, what happens is like the American population vote to keep people or send them off or something, or like they can vote in what happens, which is, I don't get the show at all. Okay. Whatever.
Is Jeremiah the one who's like got a passport just to go and it's his first time at the beach?
No, that was some other guy.
Okay.
Bless his soul. He had a passport the first time he saw water or whatever at the beach, and he got voted out day one.
That's precious.
Bless your soul, whatever your name was, I don't know. And then there is these two other guys who are my favorite based on the TikToks, which is the guy who says Mamacita, Nick,
Mamacita,
and then the guy Ace who just laughs at everything. They're like the jokesters. Obviously fan favorites. Anyway, so this girl Huda's there, and then she's with this guy Jeremiah since like day one, and then later on, a couple of episodes in, the people vote on who gets partnered up with who or who changes, even though they're in these relationships. Okay, whatever. I don't get the point of the show. And then they voted for Jeremiah not to change from Huda to this girl called Iris.
Yeah.
So now he has to couple up with Iris. And Huda's upset and she literally crashes out and just has this like huge thing. And then apparently the whole thing was that her and Jeremiah were sort of toxic. But then some people are defending her and saying she's literally sweet. Why are you doing this? And some people are like she was doing too much. I'm on Huda's side. I have no idea, but I'm on her side. I don't know why.
Okay.
And then, so then a couple of episodes after, Jeremiah has to pick between Iris. I don't know if her name's Iris. I think it's Iris. And Huda. And he picks Iris. And she gets so upset and she's crying. She gets angry. And then she has like a private chat to him. And there's all this like drama that's happening. And then I'm not going to talk about the twerking challenge. That was just too much. This is a recent one where it was like, she's doing too much. The poor guy was like,
I don't even want to know.
It was just like too much. He's basically being harassed by her in a way. Like, and
wait, sorry. A twerking challenge? You can't.
Megan Thee Stallion came on and gave them a twerk.
What is this show? Like, sure.
So
like, is that content?
So bad. I keep skipping them, but then I want to know what happens. So I give you the. Right. I forgot to say as well. After the thing where he picked Iris, I can't remember if it was the same episode, maybe one after, but very recently, like after that, the Islanders voted whether they wanted to send Huda off or not. And at this stage, apparently according to the comments, her like mental state is so bad. Anyway, but like, cause she was like so upset, like she should go home, and like, why is she staying? People are saying that the producers are probably gonna make her stay to the end because she gets like the views and whatever. So it's always like that, you know. And then pretty much all the guys voted to send Huda off because you know they're on Jeremiah's side. They're like, oh, whatever, like broski's life, right? And then all the girls backed her. Even Iris, who's the one that you know she was like mad at because they were doing that, she backed her up. And the other random guy, Ace, who I said was the one that laughing and funny, so she stayed in.
Oh wow.
And then the twerking judge came after. And I don't know.
Wait, so when does Mamacita come into this?
So when she's like introducing herself through on the show, she tells people like that she's got a kid. Yeah. Right? And so like at different points, like when she first started, she tells some of the girls, and then later on apparently I think she tells Nick, and she's like, I'm a mommy, and then you say, oh, and he just doesn't get, he's like, oh, Mamacita. And she's like, no, I'm a mommy. Of what?
That would be me though.
A kid. She has a 5-year-old daughter at home. Aww. And she's missing her 5-year-old daughter's birthday for this show.
If you had a child, would you go on Love Island?
Would I go on Love Island? No.
I mean, I wouldn't go on it full stop.
I feel like, I don't know, there's like
the thought of my children being able to watch me do that.
I know.
Oh, imagine. And you
know what I see now? I've seen like what her daughter is. Like I saw a video of her and her daughter. Adorable, I will say. And then now I'm seeing videos of her daughter with the baby daddy, like whoever. Yeah. And then all the comments are like why'd you leave Huda? What happened? And he just responds in like the funniest way possible. He's like, he just dodges every question with some random like reply in the comments. But yeah.
Wow.
So that's the Huda drama.
I'm
invested now. I'll update you on what happens later in the season.
Thank you. We all can't wait.
Through my TikTok. Yeah. So that's what's happening in the world. Useless drama that everyone completely doesn't need to know about, but you do.
Another one, which is not quite drama, it's a story for you. I actually found this out through my mom's friend. Okay. Who came into our house and told us about that. And got this, right? So there's this okay, let me like read the thing. So this lady called Ria Tatsuki, right? And she's a famous like artist, right? Yeah, the story people, right? And the Japanese cartoon, artist. And she's now being dubbed with the name New Baba Vanga. So the original Baba Vanga is this like, wait, let me find it. So she was a blind Bulgarian mystic whose predictions are believed to have encompassed the 9/11 attacks and the death of Princess Diana. Well, actually, she was famous for making predictions and ended up coming true. So this new lady has apparently she's already made a couple of predictions that have come true. Some of which is regarding the 2011 tsunami, an earthquake, even the passing of Freddie Mercury. And she wrote this book, The Future I Saw. This is the 4C. Oh, the way. Published in 1999, which was first overlooked by readers, but then they found connections between her illustrated visions and actual events. So, her new prediction for 2025 is that there will be some sort of global panic because of an event, a major catastrophe in Japan.
Ooh.
So she's predicting that. So I don't know. Okay, people say tsunamis, but I feel like she just said like in general. Like, yeah.
Reminds me of The Simpsons, you know, when they predict everything.
Yeah, it's like that. So, okay, yeah. So she's predicted that according to her book, The Future I Saw, the cities of Japan will collapse beneath the sea as a result of a catastrophic maritime catastrophe. Obviously, it's catastrophic. It's a catastrophe. Yeah. A maritime catastrophe that may have been caused by an underwater explosion or volcanic eruption.
Oh.
I will say, Japan is usually in the area where natural disasters happen, so but she's predicted for this specific day, I guess. So if everyone's waiting for this day to see if it'll happen, including myself. I am waiting. But the crazy thing is people are genuinely believing her. They'd be cancelling their tickets. Like really, that my mum's friend, her relatives cancelled they were going on a trip to nowhere ended it because of this.
That's wild. No, I know you don't. How many of her predictions have been true?
Well, they said about the tsunami or the 2011 earthquake and the other like tsunami that happened or something like that.
Yeah, okay, well, surely if I make predictions for every day, every year, one of them is going to be right.
Yeah, like, but so in her book, she said she warned of a great disaster that would strike Japan on July 5th, with images showing the sea boiling in giant bubbles, suggesting a mega tsunami that would primarily strike Japan's south coast. And the travel sector of Japan is getting badly affected by it. Like people, there's no tourism around that time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like apparently I read another article. It was like one specific Hong Kong airlines, like all their like almost all their even the airlines cancelled. Yeah,
That's how much said I leave it. But how many predictions in her book? Surely this would happen more often than.
I don't know. I don't know. This creepy lady is just making everyone and making Japan lose money from tourism.
So what?
Did this?
My predictions are always right, so I predict in about 6 months I'm going to become a millionaire.
Guys, buckle down the hatchet. No, because apparently her other stuff have come true.
But what? Two things.
Well, like an earthquake is a big thing. Like,
Yeah, an earthquake and a tsunami.
yeah.
But has she only predicted one earthquake and one tsunami?
I don't know.
Because if she's like, I could say, oh yeah,
And the passing of Freddie Mercury.
I could predicted that he was going to pass away. No. Like I predict I'm going to pass away. But like, you know what I mean? If I said, okay, well on the 5th of July and also maybe 7th of August and the 21st of September, there's going to be a catastrophic event and one of them comes true, well, I made multiple predictions.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's something like that. But people are believing her because they're cancelling their flights. Or I guess, would you
Cancel my flight.
if you heard all of this and it was circulating and getting popularity on social media that there would be one, and then would you cancel your flight?
I mean, if there was no charge.
Even though we're like hey, on a low-key, I probably might cancel my flight. I'd probably be like, nah, it's probably not gonna come true. But secretly, I'd be like, maybe I should cancel that flight because everybody else is as well.
I think they'll get like the mob mentality of, oh, everyone's cancelling it, maybe I should. But no, I think it depends where I'm going and the timing and everything like that.
Well, we'll see. Everybody keep an eye out for July 5th. Anyway, but yeah, so we'll see. We'll see that happen.
I mean, I'm very excited. I am.
And now, for the time everyone's been waiting for, everyone's favorite section. Real versus fake headlines. So these are, well, some of them are actual headlines from this past month. And I need you to guess, out of 3, 2 are lies, 1 is a truth. Yeah, guess which one it is. Okay, 2 truth, 1 lie. First up, yes. American Airlines unveils middle seat lottery with cash prizes for choosing the worst seat.
How did this like decide the worst seat? What, like based on the plane, like which one's the worst seat to be in?
Okay, like in the middle seat, continental. Okay, let me see the other options. DoorDash driver accidentally drives onto airport tarmac while following GPS. Or a group of witches in Oregon file lawsuit after a full moon was blamed for traffic jam.
Who did they sue?
I don't know, it's a headline. I haven't read the rest of the article.
Okay, well maybe you've seen it in the news.
About a group of witches in Oregon in our news.
Maybe.
Which one do you think? So do you think it's the airline's worst seat, the DoorDash driver, Driving onto the airport tarmac, or the people which is filing for a lawsuit.
Okay, well, I think why would an airline have a lottery? Like, does it really make much financial sense in that? Like, why would they do that? What's the motivation behind it?
Okay.
I guess maybe to increase people buying it, but I think most people buy tickets anyway. There's a GPS driver. I could believe that. I think there are definitely places where you could accidentally drive into an airstrip, like they're quite central.
Onto the airport tarmac.
No, but is it must be big airport? Does you know?
It's the headline. I don't know.
Okay, because like there could be airport tarmac, like smaller airports where it's kind of open and near.
Maybe.
Because like you get buses on the airport tarmac and
Mm.
stuff like that, so I could believe it. And then what was the last one? The witch nurses. I mean, people do sue anything in America. I'm gonna say that one's true.
It's the DoorDash one.
Oh,
Dallas. The DoorDash driver accidentally dragged into the airport tarmac while following GPS. How does a GPS take you onto the tarmac?
maybe it's
How does it have roads that are on the...
because like there's buses and they need deliveries to get.
Yeah, but it's not a road.
No, but there are roads that lead to the tarmac because imagine you need something to deliver to the airport.
How's that? Let's look at our Google Maps right now and see whether our airport shows roads on the tarmac.
So I feel like that's very believable. I don't think that's that bad.
No, it's taking me to the side and then I have to walk onto the tarmac. Yeah, okay, myself. I have to drop me there and then I'll walk onto the tarmac from there.
Okay, but maybe he got to there and was like, oh well, there's all this road. Maybe I'll just drive, or it's in another country. Maybe it used to be a road and then it's now a tarmac.
Maybe. Either way, he's dumb.
Yeah.
I think that's just the lesson we can all learn here.
Yep.
And don't order from DoorDash. Also, next one. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Australian lab engineers caffeine wait, what? I read this wrong. Australian lab engineers caffeine addicted bees to speed up pollination processes.
Mm-hmm.
British man arrested for robbing taco truck, leaves tip and customer review at the scene. Or Taiwanese dog found alive after surviving 1.5 years lost in Australian bush.
Wait, Taiwanese dog.
Found alive after surviving 1.5 years lost in Australian bush.
So the dog came from.
I don't know, these are the headlines. That makes no sense.
I could see the British. No, I feel like that's made to sound stereotypically British. The taco truck, but I don't know if they actually would leave a tip in a customer review, unless it's like to make a joke.
They better be funny.
Hands or they steal.
Yeah.
I do love a good old British sense of humor.
I thought you were going to say good old British man.
That too. No,
Or a topic.
yeah, true. Both. No, what's it called? What was the first one?
The caffeine addicted bees to speed up pollination.
I could believe that because there's a big shortage. So,
Do you remember that guy from UC? If all the bees die, you die. Bees said dead. On the floor, dead. Just dead.
was this guy from at U6, like we did a exhibition kind of thing,
But not our school, like a dance
school that we school went to, and basically all he said every time someone
It was something about like if bees die, we die because of this whole process of how they're important. But he didn't even, they weren't partners as well. His partner didn't even talk.
Yeah, it was just him going dead on the floor, just dead.
And I remember going, sorry, what happens to the bees again? What happens to us again? Dying to go on the whole thing, dead, on the floor, dead. Oh, sorry, funny. Anyway, so,
I'll go with the bees.
no, that's false. The true one was the Taiwanese dog found alive after surviving 1.5 years lost in Australian bush.
I was gonna say that seems believable, but why is it
Taiwanese dog? Maybe from Taiwan. Apparently it was Dachshund.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
aggressive.
that makes me.
Yeah, the actions are not.
I'm telling you, they do something in Taiwan. They're on it. Next one. Why are so many about airlines? I just realized that. Anyway, European airline tests nap pods in economy class for overnight route. Survey finds astrology apps now outpace weather apps among Gen Z users. Or new app lets users schedule cleanings and mobile dental vans via facial recognition.
A mobile dental van?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my instinct is to go with the first one because I feel like I've heard that. But then I could say it's not true. I've done that before.
So what are you thinking?
I think the nap pods, astrology over weather apps.
Over weather app?
I don't believe that. Well, I don't know what they count because like Everyone automatically has the weather app on their phone, no?
Oh no, it says outpace. I don't know what outpace it means. Like people use it more maybe.
But I use the weather app every single day. I feel like it's something every single person will use. I don't think you can outpace astrology apps over that. Oh, I was born this time of the year, so therefore it's going to be rainy today. What? So about the scheduled cleanings and mobile dental vans live facial recognition. What does that mean?
Like it will scan your face and based on or like your map and based on what it sees, will schedule an appropriate like dental appointment.
That's good. But my gut says the first one. I'll go the first one. But I feel like a third.
It's the astrology alert. Yes. What? It's astrology apps now. I don't know what outpace means. I feel like we have to check what outpace means. But yeah, outpace is weather apps among Gen Z users. What? Lies, because I check the weather app every hour.
Exactly.
I might need it to be within my optimal range.
I'm going to check it more now just so that we can mum it and under. So, well, that's the weather looking like today, Keisha. Weather app.
I'm outpacing these random. What's the weather? Sorry. At least tell us. Right here, it's currently 19 degrees with a cloud. Nice. A singular cloud. Cloudy with a chance of. It feels like 15. It'll be a low of 12 and a high of 20. Actually, has been freezing in Australia. It has. Although this morning wasn't too bad.
No, yesterday and this morning was fine.
Yeah.
But it'd be pretty.
And I keep seeing news where it's like, this is going to be like the warmest winter we've had. Lies in where? Where's the warmth?
Exactly.
I'm not feeling it.
Exactly.
Next one. New study shows cactus juice cures common cold in just 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers grow edible coral reefs to save the planet and your dinner plate.
Mm-hmm.
Or fruit flies self-administer cocaine in addiction behavior study.
Wait, what? Self-administer. Where are they getting cocaine from?
Self-administered. Like they created? Comment. How many times am I supposed to say this? I didn't read the okay. But if you use your critical thinking and you read that, you go, self-administered.
Yeah, so what? They get lines and they snort them up themselves. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. Find it and inject it into themselves?
For where? What were the first ones again?
The cactus juice cures woman cold, edible coral reefs, or self-administered cocaine by fruit flies.
Should I back my fruit flies?
I'm just looking about the roof. That's true. It said fruit flies self-administered cocaine in addiction behavior study. Yeah, let's read upon that after that. We'll let you know, guys. Second last one. UK scientists developed house paint that cools buildings by sweating like human skin. Celebrities boiling. We're gonna say, wait to hear the next one. Why are their walls sweaty? Wait to hear the next one.
Yeah.
Celebrities donate gut flora strains to be sold in probiotics in their local pharmacies.
That's not bad.
What was celebrities' gut flora? It's like my Shark Tank idea.
Celebrity sperm bank.
Oh, I totally remember that. Or scientists teach chimpanzees how to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 5 minutes.
Definitely need more information to make a good judgment. I could see celebrities giving their gut microbiome or whatever. Why would you want sweaty walls?
To cool buildings.
But like, I just don't understand. Like, I feel like if your wall started sweating, then you just have mold problems. So I hope that one's not true. And then what was the last one?
Chimpanzee to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 5 minutes.
I believe that. I think it sounds like the celebrities that always looking for money that do something. Maybe the chimpanzees aren't quite there yet.
It's the house paint. Oh my gosh. You like run the world. The house paint that cools buildings by sweating like human skin. I don't understand.
Why?
To cool the building. What? I don't know how. And I also don't know why. They're in the UK, isn't it cold?
So it condensates the heat, and that
I don't know.
causes sweat, and then it
says sweat in like quotation marks, so maybe it's not literal like liquid, but the idea of sweating. But
what?
That also liquid.
Yeah, but I feel if you say sweat, it has to be liquid. And so then surely that means that they must somehow like the house paint is colder and it condensates, and so you get like
a cooler building because
it absorbs the heat. But then you're gonna get moisture built up, and you're gonna get mold, which they already have in the UK.
They've entered a system of capturing all this stuff. I don't know.
Okay,
but it's done with UK scientists. Okay, and final one. Is it Family arrested for offering DIY dental surgery in their garage using YouTube tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
Is it German city bans public yawning after research shows it triggers mass fatigue?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3, Florida man to steal zebra on. I don't even need to read it out. It's that one. Wait till you hear it. Florida man tries to steal zoo iguana, claims it's his emotional support dinosaur.
No, I'm back in Florida, man.
It's not. It's the family arrested for offering DIY. That was my actual option. It was just, but I had to put a fire, and it's always some Florida man doing this. Anyway, there's like, wow, really, that was enlightening from the past month. True stories for easy. There's a couple that we have to look up.
Yeah, actually, there's a couple of things I want to investigate. What's going on? Oh, yeah, that was lovely. Nice chats.
I hope you're now updated and educated about all the very important things that we discussed in this podcast. I feel so educated and enlightened. Yeah. So you guys know all about World War III,
Mm-hmm.
the Outer Banks class drama,
Mm-hmm.
whatever something. Baba Vanga or whatever, Baba Vanga, and those random stories that they told you about. Buy sort of that house paint if you see it. Yeah, I feel like we've hit every avenue possible like genre in life. Yeah, we did the update. Yeah, News Daddy, whatever. Yeah, still on the page, whatever. No, it's not us. Us, we got the real set, right? The things you want to know, the things we want to know. Let's tag him in the comments, and see whether I can actually do what we do. Exactly. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye. Stay educated.
This is DJ Cumin and MC Key signing out. Good night.